Hey everyone, and welcome to Explain the Charts. Today, April 29th, 2025, we're taking a deep dive into Ethereum, or ETHUSD. We'll be looking at both recent news and technical chart analysis to see where Ethereum might be headed. Recent news indicates growing institutional interest with large OTC buys, while scalability solutions are still being proposed but are not yet implemented. Some analysts are optimistic about ETHs potentially driving the price up, while others are cautious due to competition from other blockchains and regulatory uncertainties. We'll see how the market is reacting to all of this. Let's jump into the charts. First, let's look at the daily chart. We can see the overall trend from December 2023 until now. Ethereum has had a volatile ride, from around $2,200 to a peak of around $4,100. We've since retraced to the current price, around $1,798. Notice the large red candles in early August of 2024 and early March of 2025, indicating significant downturns. These may have been driven by some major news event, for example, some regulatory uncertainty. However, it generally recovered. Is Ethereum in an overall uptrend, or are the last few weeks merely a short-lived recovery? Now let's narrow down on the most recent price action by looking at the 1-hour chart. We can see that Ethereum has been attempting a recovery from a low of around 1535 on April 6, 2025. It reached a high of 1835 on April 23, 2025. Currently, it's testing the support around 1790. If it breaks below this level, it may fall back down to the 1750 to 1760 range, or even retest the 1535 low. However, if it holds, it could continue towards the 1835 level, attempting to break through to the 1850 to 1900 range. Positive news catalysts around the Ethereum scalability improvements, or clarity on regulations, could help break through to the upside. Finally, let's zoom in on the 15-minute chart for some short-term price action. We can see some consolidation around the 1790 level. The short-term predictions is simply whether it can hold the support and break to the upside or break to the downside. Keep in mind that the trend on the larger timeframes will likely influence this. To recap, key levels to watch are the 1790 support, the 1750 to 1760 and 1535 support levels to the downside, and 1835 resistance level to the upside. Unbiased, I'd say there's about a 55% chance it breaks to the downside, and 45% it breaks to the upside. Keep an eye out for any significant news events or developments regarding Ethereum scalability solutions or regulatory changes, as they could heavily influence the price action.